Space Dragon? Go! Have you ever seen this? 200 power, man. And this is how we get to, rank please, top 130 Mythic with style. Man, this is rough. We don't have green mana, even though we have green ram, but you know what? We'll take it. We have tons of sources, so hopefully we can, you know, survive. And to be absolutely honest, this is fine. We cannot cast it anyway. Okay, see? We are fixing stuff. And next turn is Elf into Cecil, and then we recover, and then we play the Ooze, and then we try to make a very big Ooze. And this is interesting. So we want to go Cecil Elves on the next turn with a land. And we probably could tap a land here, to be honest. I think we can find a room for a tap land. We'll have 3 mana for the Elves, so Revenant can be cast with Elves. Very interesting draw so far. Please don't make more. Our opponent, triple 1-drop. That's how you know that you are playing high Mythic. So let's go for this. And Cecil, as always, a single defendant of your face. Man, it's crazy how many decks have the whole strategy around playing like maximum 1 and 2 drops and being on the play. Like I've checked the stats for like the most popular decks right now, and like mono white live game, basically this. Well, this is a little bit different, but mono white, mono red, Boros, and mono green, each one of those decks has like tons of more games than any other deck. Like those are the main decks that are played in Magic right now, and all of them are basically about playing 1 and 2 drops and hitting face. I think this is the creature that can save us. We can also play a tap land on this turn. We could flip Cecil, and it seems like a very good idea. They will probably double trade, to be honest, but I'll take it. On this turn, they cannot put counters on them. Like Scavenger can pump them very hard, so you know we need to be ready. The first strike will be a bit of a problem though. I'm not sure how we deal with it. I think they probably should double. Okay, this is like the best trade ever for us. We didn't lose Cecil and we still got a free card. Alright, and this is the modified one, right? This turn looks okay, but the next turn will look horrifying. We need to kill the Scavenger, because the Scavenger is not the problem, but the first strike on Ethereal Armor is a menace. This will be so hard to beat. There's one creature in the graveyard, so Ooze isn't like super crazy good. Yeah, man, next turn they will start going Auras. They probably have 1 in the hand, but it can draw more potentially. So very rough stuff. We got life gain some, which is nice. But you know, they can just kill any creature we'll use, which is not exactly what we want. I'm not sure how to play this, guys. I'm thinking about Ooze Cecil and eating this. I mean, that's something. No, but I think we need Surveyor, because that helps us to, you know, block the big guy. And we need to use the elves to push a little bit more, like, you know, power and stuff. This will be hard, but now if they attack with this, we lose the Surveyor, but then we can counter-attack and life gain 7. And then we can maybe start racing, maybe get some extra value, you know. Like, there are options then. And now Ooze can be used to just keep pumping a little bit, get life gain. I think at least one of those cards is Aura. Yeah, I was exactly thinking that this is the card they had. And I think this is the one they just drew. So as you can see, pretty rough. They're already getting tons of value. Okay, this is the card. With this we can do stuff, but not exactly sure what stuff. When it attacks, right? So this could be a 2-3, but not the biggest deal. I mean, we need to lose something. I think I know. Okay, so we will go with this guy, because it looks like we are attacking to endure, to get basically extra creature. And I really hope they will take the bait and block it. If they knew our hand, they would never block. But here it's actually very good for us. Thank you. Now we got triggered the card we needed. See ya? That was their biggest play. Alright, now we are in the game again. And we can get rid of 2 creatures and get the ooze going. Seems pretty decent. And we have double... Man, I think we are doing just fine. It's still not fully over, but it's a good start. Really good start. And when we lose the Revenant, we can, you know, use the renew ability and put, stuff on something else. Sure. Flying. Not modified yet. This card is so important. Okay, this is not the best card. Auras and enchantments are the best cards. I think we can win from here. Like, guys, I think we won. I'm reading your comments. Let's go. This is so huge, man. Scavenger, do we have more? We still have 1 more creature, which is kind of nice. Alright, guys. Now this is the moment. We could even try to full swing. How much we live in? 7? I think we can go something like this. I think this should be okay. All the life gainers and everything will be indestructible. And of course, Cecil is not super easy to kill. I guess they can make some interesting blocks, but, we are still hitting them for a lot. Unless they are losing creature. Man, I don't think they are playing this very perfectly. I think they should double block Cecil with those 2 and just risk that we have removal. Sure, right now they are not, like, taking a blowout if we hit stuff, but they also are not making any real progress. We can exile 2 creatures, so we have them. Alright, I think this is the Surveyor on black mana, and on green mana this. So I think our opponent decided that the plan to win is to try to draw Aura or Enchantment and try to go crazy. But it's not really like, like I think they should try to fight for board a little bit more. And we have to go for this. Hopefully it will... Bro, it survived! It actually survived. Man, that's crazy. This is a really good creature to have in the board because it's terrifying and this forces quick removal, which means that it opens the, the turn for the Warden, hopefully. Hopefully. We have to go for this, Warden gets the counter, and next turn we can put the Space Dragon with also extra counters, but we'll see, We'll see if we want to do it. This is a perfect removal target. So far they had removal, so... Okay, so far it's like... Enchantment, Artifact, Trigger, removal. That's fine. The Inquisitor. I mean, this might be tapped. Why not? And more starting towns, not exactly what we wanted. This is a big decision. I really want the war. Do you think they have more? I think we need to take the risk, because we want to hit face with this one and start drawing cards. I think it will die, because so far they only had removal in this deck, basically. The Wind Crystal into Gia. Alright, this is not the worst. Okay, this is not the worst. And this will be a tapland anyway, so, we might exile it. Those Inquisitors did not do much. Alright. I need 6 mana for it, so they might do it on the next turn, potentially. I think we need to go for the Space Dragon, right? And then we go another Space Dragon. Like, we need to scale very quickly. But we're scaling like crazy, man. Like, on the next turn, this will hit for like 10 with life gain. And next turn for 20. So they cannot keep up unless they draw removal. I don't think it's worth to attack, because then they double block with those 2. I mean, it's not the worst. But they cannot attack through this. Like, they can only attack with Gada. This needs to be removal if our opponent wants to win. If not, I think we've got this. Even land into Wind Crystal... Oh, they already... I forgot this gives mana. But that's fine. See, this is why it was so important to keep the Acolyte alive. Now we can play this. Now we go this, and one Space Dragon will pump the other Space Dragon, and then we Veil if we want to. We could even do it now for extra damage. It will be 2 extra life gain if we cast it now, but I don't think we need to. This should be good enough. I mean, this is pretty solid, Seems pretty solid. They have 6, 8... Yeah, I mean, that's good. If they triple block, we just win the whole trade. That's 15 damage. And 9 is life gain, which is massive. Yep. And it only gets worse for our opponent. We draw. Oh my. No way, man. No way. I would love to see it, but I think they will scoop faster. Because the only information they need is this one new card. Outside of this, they know they will lose. And I think we are winning, guys. Man, I think we are winning. The Wind Crystal literally cannot keep up. It's not enough damage. It's only, what, 8 lifelink? Bro, we do more with, with our eyes closed. Down to... Man, this is just nothing. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my... I want to see those... I want to see those triggers. Let's go. Let's go. I think we outscaled them just a little bit. That's like 80 damage, by the way. With 30 lifelink. I think our opponent will have a bit of issues of, you know, countering this one. So they will probably try to double block and keep Giada and try to hit a sweeper. That kinda tells me that they might be playing sweepers, because they cannot beat this board even with removal right now. The only way they can win is... No way! Oh man, please, please, one more turn. I just want to see this. I never had 4 space dragons. I think, man, 3 is already more than enough. But I just want to have a hope, you know, of seeing this in action. Please, just play one more turn, bro. I will love you forever. Just play one more turn and let us play the Space Dragon. The 4th... No way. Land? Space Dragon? Go! Have you ever seen this? 200 power, man. And this is how we get to... Rank, please. Top 130 Mythic. With style. It also makes our next mana cheaper, and we won't have to tap Starting Town. So I think it will be kinda even. Maybe even smoother a little bit. Our opponent is playing some tap lands. Nice. Nice for us. We could go for a Surveyor into Elves. That's pretty good. We could also Veil this. This is super important. I think we go a little bit wider. It's really scary because we don't have like a 4-drop. 4-drop would be perfect here. Then we play Starting Town, we play the Space Dragon, we protect it with Veil, and we win the game. But unfortunately we didn't get the easy mode here. I really hope they will wait for our turn, but you know what? We'll take it. We have the Dark Confidant. This is a very good card. This will help us so much right now. I should not tap like this. This is such a tell that something is going on. But we still have the card, whatever. Even if they... It's not ward, it's not countered, it is untargetable. So this works against Long Goodbye, but man, our opponent is really passionate about... And that's it. That's the whole game, guys. I think it was like 1 minute or something. Man, do we mulligan this? This is an actual mulligan candidate, because we are not doing anything for 5 turns. 5? Yes, because we are on the draw, so this is a 5-drop. I think it's unplayable in Standard. I think you cannot take this hand. This is still wrong, but I'm not mulliganing more. This is actually really good for us. At least we will have something to do with the mana. But of course, against this deck you kinda cross your fingers that they don't have the combo. If they do, on literally next turn they draw the whole deck and they kill you. And, you know, there's not much you can do actually about it. You can try to hit removal, but then they can take one more turn and hit the mace thing, and then removal won't work. So, you know, kinda the same in the end. So let's see. Our draw kinda sucks. Even though we mulliganed, we still got the wrong mana. So, you know, kinda not perfect. And they know that they can win the game right now. If they didn't play Kona, that means they don't have it. So, yeah. So that means they are trying to find Kona right now. We don't know if they have Omniscience. Like, this is such a weird deck to play against, because you know that every turn it's just a question, do they have it? No sense to really exile anything. They don't really use the graveyard. I mean, it will be our first black mana, I guess, but we don't really have anything. I cannot believe that we mulliganed and we still got such a bad hand, man. I don't really go to 5 nearly ever, unless I just take one lander or something. Because on 5 cards, you kinda won't win against nearly anything. Like, especially that then you are lower on tempo and on value. So, like, you are just behind in literally everything. So sometimes it's better to take 6 cards and you can kinda play a normal game from there. And if you are on the draw, you are at least even on cards, you know? Oh, I guess we lost the game. Oh, this is such a fun gameplay pattern of crossing fingers, thoughts and prayers. And yeah, they didn't tap it for some reason. And so I guess they don't have the thing they needed to have. But with this hand, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Like, I'll be honest, guys, the only thing that can win this game is the Space Dragon, I feel. And us just hitting face, but it will be so slow. If they didn't tap Kona, that means they probably don't have Omniscience as well. So they kinda whiffed on both pieces of the combo. And I think we need to try to push the maximum damage and hope that they cannot draw it. They will draw it. This deck is only Cardo, basically. So I think this is where we lose. They can just cast Stock Up into Stock Up, tap Kona, and get the Omniscience. I'm not sure what could they have in those 5 cards. That I think this has to be 5 lands. Like, everything else can be played with this deck. So, you know what? I'll take it. Let's try to push as much damage as possible. We probably don't have much time. So we will just play elves, because this gives us the most damage on the next turn while also protecting, you know, something. Well, do we even want to protect something? Well, yeah, because they can remove the dragon, right? I will go full control and see if they cast something. They might have unauthorized exits. Yeah, I think... Oh, okay. So the Space Dragon still does the thing. We need to save the creature that pushes the most damage. And I think that's the Ooze. So we save at least this one. See, that's why we didn't play. And I think we are playing this as well as we can, but you know, we are still constrained by the cards we have. It's very interesting they went for Kona. That must mean they have second. Because this damage didn't really matter. So I'm not sure what to think about this. Yeah, okay, so there's second Kona. They can already tap it and ensure the combo, but it seems they are missing Omniscience, which is the only reason we are in the game, to be honest. Let's go for Surveyor, so potentially it can attack on the next turn. They can go for the maze, maybe? Oh, maybe they have multiple mazes. Maybe that's not lands, it's mazes. That would make some sense. So we probably get tapped again, I would guess. But they only have 2 mana, so they cannot... And this is such a weird game. I'm trying to predict what they have, but I never know. I think they have to have a maze and a lot of lands. Otherwise, they should already be casting stuff. So we can get, I mean, at least 1 extra damage, why not? Shouldn't be a difference, but still, you know, better this way. And they need to combo right now. I should play the starting town, but I'm kind of focused on just seeing if I'm winning the game because they whiffed on the Omniscience. That's the only choice. I don't think we should ever win this. Because they have so many stock ups, like unauthorized exits, they have like Dragon Storms. Basically, most of the deck is card draw. So they can tap fully because the Omniscience will be free, so they can spend 6 mana and still have the combo. But it seems they are whiffing incredibly hard. And we are winning on the next turn unless they go for a huge loss in the maze. But then we can probably protect 1 flyer and go through it. I think we will win. We shouldn't, but we will. Let's go for the bat to just make sure that we get it, and now the maze should trigger. Like, I really think they must have a maze. Would love to know if they have to. Okay, that's a full tap. Which means that 1 creature... Man, we actually will win this. I cannot believe this. But you know, guys, the truth is that if they had the combo, would lose at every of those turns. But they whiffed, so their deck doesn't do anything. And that's why we have those veils. As you can see, kinda important card. And one Surveyor is killing our opponent for like 15 damage. Oh my god, man, that was a nerve wrecker. Oh man, on the play, imagine Elves into Warden, man, that would be pure perfection. But unfortunately, we are in the other situation, but hopefully we can get to Warden. Man, this will be massive. We really want this, to keep this going. Our opponent is going Needlehead, perfect curve on the play, the sign of the best red players ever, and we need to work with it, you know? Somehow, we need to make it work. That's already tons of damage, man. I think we need to go for the Warden. We need to use this mana. We have only 2 drops, unfortunately, so this is the only play that we can make that gets us ahead. And we cannot block, we need to take all of the damage, and it will hurt a lot. Man, you hate to be on the draw against this deck. But when we stabilize, man, the game will reverse so quickly. I honestly think we go for it. We have black mana, so... Oh, this... Very awkward situation. Okay, I see how it is. Man, I tell you, on the play we would just crush them. Because we already have second Warden, but on the draw we won't have time. We cannot do it. So now we need to change the gameplay a little bit. I think we go Surveyor. Man, Ooze is so good, if we can get it going. But I think first we start with this guy. We already will start getting the tokens, which is super massive. Man, it's still the card name. Crazy stuff. And I think we kill the Challenger, right? That has to happen. Don't forget that our board scales very hard. But still not yet. I don't think we'll block with the Warden, so we might as well attack. We will have to raise them at some point. Next turn, maybe we can double spell. The fact that we cannot kill the Needlehead, man, it's actually an assassin. This will be a token. So we could save 4 life here, which is really good. Or I can save 2 life and not lose a creature. I think this is way better. 5 damage. Oh man, this will be close, but I think we can survive it. I hope we can. That's a very greedy play. Because we are already out-tempoed by being on the draw, and I'm taking even more damage. And of course there's the Needlehead as well. Okay, this is the type of card we need. This is the type of card we need. With this, we just need to survive a moment, and we got this. Okay, by the way, man, on the play, it would already be attacking, so you can see the difference. I think we put the counters here. Then they cannot kill it. We chill. This is the turn. If we can survive this one, we win. You know, on the play, I will still mention it. On the play, that would already be this turn. Nemesis, unfortunately. I wouldn't be really surprised if they have this into Burst Lightning, and this is what wins them. It will be literally the last moment, and this is what I'm talking about. Being on the play very often is the deciding factor of who wins. We need to risk it, right? We could live gain here, but then we get the emblem forever. And I'm not sure if we can reverse the game. I think they have Burst Lightning, man. I think they do. And they want to take this down. But even if we block, they will do the same thing. So we cannot. We don't have a choice. And they will win by literally this one turn. And now Burst Lightning to the face. You can predict everything, but as long as you are on the draw, you will miss this exact one turn. See, and this is why I was so focused on being on the draw. That is the only reason we lost this. On the play, this would not be even close. We would just smash them completely. Bet at Magic. I will still play it because there is a chance we draw like a Warden. And Warden is exactly what we want to cast on turn 2. And that's like the main card. Slate of Hand, so that makes me think along like maybe Vivi, some Spellslinger, you know, we'll see. This is kind of nice, I guess. Okay, so we have to play like this. We have one green mana for the Veil. Veil is huge for this deck. This will buy you one extra turn that lets you out-tempo your opponent completely. But we still need to get there. Do you think they have counter spells? Man, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Oh man, this is huge. I don't think I will risk. We'll go with this. Yep, here's the counter spell. Any mana except blue, and we could make the big play. But here, I think we go like this. And we have the Veil, so if they remove it, they won't remove it, and that's huge. Malcolm! I'll be honest, this is kinda fine. Because Malcolm cannot attack through the Revenant. Revenant is like the perfect counter. And if they try to bounce it or remove it, then we can protect it. Nah, see what I meant with this extra one turn that wins you the game? Bro, I predict this stuff, man. Alright, I think this is pretty decent. We'll see if we can eat something with the Ooze. For now, we'll probably go Bat and Elves on the next turn. Man, we need one of our cool 4-drops, because we can scale super hard into it. You killing my elf, bro? You are a madman. Absolute madman. But it actually doesn't hurt us as much as it might seem to our opponent. What do we go for? I think we could go for the Ooze, because that's terrifying. But if we lose it, it's fine because we have second one. I didn't want to play this, but if we have a backup one, that's fine. Because this is such a good target on this turn. But they also kinda need to burn, which means no 2-drop for them, and in best case it's Burst Lightning or Shock into 1-drop. In worst case it's Lightning Strike, and that costs them the full turn, so, you know, we lose the card, but they are not making literally any progress. Pretty unfortunate draw, to be honest. Man, I think we need extra mana, like we are so suffocated right now. So we are basically taking the turn off here. That's not a good turn. You don't want this situation. You wanted to either get a land or get like double green so we can play both at the same turn. So we are behind after this play. But it's fine. It's fine. I have a lot of cards. We need to hit one of our big 4-drops because this is how we outscale this deck. So far there's 0 pressure on our life total, but we still need to beat them on value. Here is the pressure. Triple 1-drop. Wow. Right. The salt is going out. Oh, Monoret. Oh, Monoret. So, okay, this is huge. I think we go for the Vampire, man. Okay, we need to actually think about this turn. We could try to go for Ooze too. And start life gaining. This would be a 3-3. Ooze might be the way to get this. You could also go for the Bat into something. I think Bat is not the best card here. Revenant is so good, man. Alright, I think I know. We'll go Vampire. No, this is for casting. We cannot activate abilities from this. This was for green. There are 2 creatures in the graveyard. We could just go Ooze for 4. It's honestly pretty good. You know what? I think this is the play. What are you, Ooze? Oh, you are an Ooze. I should probably, like, pick up the clue out of this one. I think this is good because we know they cannot answer it right now. And that means a 4-4 and some extra life gain, and this will be such a problem for them. Our graveyard. Ooze eating Ooze. That's the classic. I think this was the best play we could make. We also get a little bit easier mana on the next turns, probably. And now a 4-4 is a huge problem for our opponent. Joke, they have exactly a card that deals 4 damage to a creature and nothing else. Card I didn't see in this season even once so far. Well, I'm seeing it now, when I didn't play around it. Alright, it's fine. It's just a coincidence. I think this is Bat into Bat. Yep, here you go. And now the second one. We can also live gain with the Bat, so that will make it easier for us. They can still use the mana for Hired Crow, but I'm sure they will never find something that kills Bat, gets them shock, and kills another Bat, and then they play Effigy. Alright, this is actually decent for us. We're taking tons of damage. Tons of damage. They curved out really nicely here. But at least the Bats will help us a little bit, and then we can go Revenant and Elves. Okay, this is the card. This is the type of card we needed. Let's go, let's go. If this stays for even one turn, we are so good. Back to 10, back to 9. Okay, this is the last turn. If they whiff here with a land, they lose the game. They lose the game. We won! We won! There is nothing they can do. They can swing with this pump it will be 4-5, so we cannot block it. Alright, they decided to go for a card. Probably a good play, because they still can go for the claw. But now they cannot kill Acolyte on 3 on one card. I guess they have 3 mana. Very interesting swing. Man, did they draw 1 mana pump? It feels like it, doesn't it? But that means we will die if we don't block, so we still need to play into it. Because if you don't block, then you are at 4, and this gets pumped, and you are dead. So it's better to lose a creature than lose the game. But don't you worry, we've got this. You know, Mono-Red always getting a little bit more value than they should. But it's absolutely fine. Now we can go for Revenant and protect it. And they cannot really beat this card. That's why we have them in the deck. And you can see that those bats are doing freaking work. Man, the fact that they got those 2 cards is so massive. And now they cannot really kill anything because we have protection. So whatever they draw, now even burn wouldn't help them. And we can trade here if they attack. Yep. And man, this will be very nice. We could even bait them. I'm going swing or so they think I misplayed. Because because this attack is so sus that you know that something is up. That's fine. That's fine. We're back to 15, so you can see that literally they cannot do anything at this point. To be fair, they drew 3 lands from the top, but only the first land mattered. The first land, if that was shock, they would win the game. But the second and third one didn't really matter, because now we can protect our stuff. So as you can see, they cannot really race us. Sure, whatever. And we deal so much damage. We cannot kill them on the next turn, I believe, so we will go again. This is a little bit risky, but we will just block with it. So we go this guy. We should use Cavern. We swing all. It's not lethal, but it's very close. And now, our opponent needs to deal 14 damage. See, remember when I said that we won this game? This is when we won. Okay, that's a serious one, but it doesn't matter. But when that's a play, it's what, 3 damage, I believe. That's a solid play, man. But now they really cannot do much. And I will gladly lose the Confidant, because theoretically we could draw a 4-drop or something, and that's a risk we don't really want to take. So this was played only to die to block, because it's basically life gain, and we could, you know, do a lot of stuff. So as you can see, it was this close, but we got there. Alright, and now we will talk about the deck. I will show you the results, and I'm pretty, you know, happy with how it went. And we also have some hidden strategy that might not be obvious. But before we go there, our absolute legend for today is, of course, H. Smith, one of our most OG veterans on the channel in Hall of Fame. So, man, this Golgari is for you. Really thank you for your support and just, you know, being part of the channel for all this time. It makes me happy, and I hope this deck made you happy. So really thank you. And about the deck, the main strategy, it didn't really show in most of the games, because the games are so hectic and quick that it's very hard to actually assemble the full combo. But look, you have the Warden, you have the Surveyor, and you have the Space Dragon, the Ouroboroid thing. And basically all of them can endure and create more tokens. And then when you scale the board with the Space Dragon, as we know it, suddenly all those tokens also get additional, you know, counters. And because you have elves, first you can ramp into those faster, but also elves then become another, like, you know, carrier of the counters, and suddenly your board kinda goes crazy. And you have kinda the same situation with Acolyte, but then you draw cards. Sure, you don't draw as many as with Geeks, but you still draw cards. If something dies to block, then you get another robot, and suddenly your board really grows. And you can also put the counters from the Warden on Acolyte, as you have seen on one of the games where we are on the draw. And suddenly the life life gain that you are getting is massive. Same goes for the bat, so we can put those counters on any bat, and suddenly it becomes what, like 3/3 or 4/4 lifelinker with flying. Many decks cannot beat creature like this because it's 4 life gain a turn and they hit pretty hard. So pretty cool strategy. And about the results, I promised you, I nearly forgot. We went 6-4 and we ranked up in extremely high Mythic. So I hope you guys are proud that we made, Golgari hit the top of the ladder. And yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And speaking about helping the channel, our amazing patrons, where would we be if not you guys? Really thank you for your support, and if you dear viewer want to say thank you for those years of daily videos, check out the Patreon. It's probably the best way to go about it. And yeah, I hope you had a lot of fun today. Thank you guys for watching so much, and see you tomorrow.